Only 2 hours larber. This is about your son. This, my baby child, if you accept in Angels, Alpha this video and watch it completely. Angel says you charge accessible this now. You abandoned accept 2 hours left. Yes, this is urgent. And no, this is not a bulletin you can put abreast or save for later. Because by the time you anticipate it's time to act, it may already be too late. Heaven has articulate the alarm. This Saturday is accounting into the book of all-powerful encounters, a blow of destinies. And this time, it's not about your enemies. It's about your son. This bulletin isn't to alarm you, but to death watch you up to article austere that has been hidden. Something that is about to disentangle whether you are accessible or not. And the ecumen God is speaking to you appropriate now is because you charge to be spiritually, emotionally, and prophetically prepared. Because this Saturday, article will appear in the activity of your son that will change everything. You've acquainted it in your spirit. You've noticed it for a while. That aberrant tension. That attenuate change. The backward night silence. The questions he refuses to answer. The affliction he hides abaft affected smiles or affronted outbursts. You've asked God afresh and again, Lord, what's blow with my child? And now God responds. Loudly. Clearly. And with urgency. This is not aloof about behavior. This is about a airy war that has amidst your son's activity a back birth. This is not accustomed rebellion. This is not a phase. This is a action amid heaven and black over the body and afterlife of the one you adulation so deeply. God has been watching. Angels accept been continuing abreast him for days. Archangel Michael himself was dispatched, brand drawn, to action off article that was never meant to blow your son. But black has developed bold. The adversary has been aggravating to bang early. To stop what your son was built in to do. And on Saturday, that war alcove a new level. This Saturday is no accustomed day. It is apparent in the blast as a moment of decision, a axis point, a crossroad amid absolution and deception. And that's why your account this now, because God needs you to be alert, awake, and accessible to stand. Do not booty this bulletin lightly. There are bodies affiliated to your son who are not who they say they are. There are conversations blow abaft his back. There are alcohol aggravating to admission his mind. A accommodation is actuality aside into his heart. And this Saturday, if he listens to the amiss voice, he may erring into article that delays him for years, or worse. But God says, not on my watch. Not if you pray. Not if you declare. Not if you believe. You were accustomed that adolescent for a reason. Not to ascendancy him, but to awning him. You backpack the ascendancy to intercede. You backpack the weight to breach chains. And God says, acceleration now. Stand in the gap. Speak protection. Speak light. Speak truth, because heaven is listening. This bulletin is not to accountability you. It's to echo you to you. You are not powerless. You are not helpless. God has been cat and mouse for you to adjust your articulation with His. Your son may not accept to anyone appropriate now, but he cannot outrun prayer. He may be bashful with his words, but God hears the cries of his soul. And the Lord says, I am answering him through you. Your tears accept congenital and alter. Your affliction has birthed prophecy. And now the war cry of a mother, of a father, of a warrior is actuality heard in the spirit realm. This Saturday, your son will face a moment of airy collision. Someone will say article to him that sounds right, but it's wrong. It will be an invitation, a temptation, a accommodation bearded as opportunity. If he says yes to it, it could circling into darkness. But if he says no, article label will activate to unlock. A airy alternation reaction. A all-powerful activation. A about-face that will accompany healing to him and to ancestors afterwards him. You charge understand, your son's action is not aloof about him. It's generational. The adversary is not aloof abashed of who he is now, but of who he will become if he breach free. He is a carrier of legacy. A breaker of curses. A astrologer in disguise. A leader, alike in his silence. That's why the adversary has formed over time to advance his identity. But God is not accomplished with him. No, God is aloof beginning. The adversary approved to mark him with rejection, but God is acquainted him with redemption. He approved to coffin him in confusion, but God is anointing him with clarity. And God says, if you adjure now, if you were now, if you accessible your aperture now, I will accelerate angels to ambush what was meant to destroy. That's why you abandoned except 2 hours. That's why this bulletin couldn't wait. Because this is a moment of all-powerful interception. Right now, there is an angel continuing beside your son. Whether he is alive or asleep, acquainted or unaware, heaven is not abrogation him alone. Michael has fatigued his sword. The books of heaven are actuality opened. And the Lord says, your prayers will tip the scales. Your acceptance will burn the breakthrough. Your accordance in this moment will become the berry of his deliverance. Don't belittle what's below here. Don't anticipate its aloof edition affecting message. This is prophecy. This is all-powerful clarity. You've been allurement for answers. This is your answer. This is what your spirit has been sensing. God is absolution you in on what hell is aggravating to hide. And the woman who has been whispering a bossing into your son's life. God is about to betrayal her. Yes, God says, I will betrayal the one speaking lies into his soul. I will abolish the one burying apostasy and calling it freedom. I will black out the articulation that's aggravating to about face his affection from you, and from me. You may not apperceive who she is yet, but I do. And this Saturday I will appearance you. Watch for the signs. Watch for the name. Watch what is revealed. You're not alone. You are surrounded. You are backed by heaven. The moment you activate to speak, angels are dispatched. The additional you kneel in prayer, the head allowance responds. And alike admitting you may feel tired, weary, afraid, you charge apperceive God is not. He is mighty. He is alert. He is roaring on your behalf. He is absorption your son alike aback your son is unaware. This is not aloof a warning. It is a promise. God is intervening. You aloof accept to breach in position. Don't be distracted. Don't be abashed of what you feel. Trust me. You may alike activate to see changes in your son this week. He may become distant. He may based out. That's not him. That's the spirit aggravating to accretion admission of for Saturday. Do not argue. Do not panic. Do not let abhorrence allege louder than faith. Instead, ascendancy firm. Speak life. Declare truth. Say aloud, my son belongs to God. My son is covered. My son will not abatement into the strap. My son is actuality rescued alike now. You accept authority. Use it. This is not about actuality perfect. This is about actuality available. God chose you as the guardian of this adolescent for a reason. Not because you knew everything, but because He knew you wouldn't quit. And now is not the time to quit. Now is the time to fight. Not with fists, but with faith. Not with doubt, but with declarations. Not with fear, but with fire. Because this Saturday, the adversary capital to address his adaptation of your son's story. But God says, I'm demography the pen back. I'm autograph restoration. I'm autograph victory. I'm autograph healing. Heaven is after light aggregate the adversary approved to twist. The abashment your son carries. God is removing it. The abossing he feels. God is breaking it. The chains about his identity. God is ballyhoo them. This will not be the end of his story. It will be the axis point. The moment area black overplayed its duke and the ablaze bankrupt through. But again, you charge breach alert. Only 2 hours left. That agency spiritually, it is time to act now. Whether it's morning or night, stop and pray. Whether you feel able or weak, lift your voice. Whether he is abreast or far, allege over him. Because your words biking in the spirit. Your declarations actualize protection. This is what hell didn't appetite you to know. Your adulation for your son is a weapon. And aback you use it with faith, the gates of hell tremble. Do not be afraid aback you activate to feel a shift. As you apprehend this, angels are moving. You may feel a awareness in your chest. A burden in your heart. That's not anxiety. That's awakening. Your spirit is rising. Your body is remembering. You were built in for this. You were called for this. You backpacked the bequest of airy warriors who fought for their bloodline, and now, you are the one called to breach every anathema that approved to chase your son. The adversary anticipation he had time. He anticipation he had control. But he didn't apprehend you to apprehend this. He didn't apprehend you to believe. He didn't apprehend you to pray. And now the appointment is falling apart. Now the plan is actuality dismantled. Now the lie is actuality exposed. This Saturday, watch for the shift. Watch for the sign. Watch for the moment area God shows you, I've got him. I've got you. I'm not absolution go. Your son's activity affairs added than you can imagine. He is not forgotten. He is not forsaken. He is not lost. He is hidden for now. But he will rise. Because God is speaking. Because you are praying. Because heaven refuses to let black win. 2 hours left. That's all the time you charge for a miracle. The final additional of the third hour aloof past. Heaven has waited. The angels captivated aback the airy consequences. Archangel Michael stood at the aperture of your body like a roaring guard, sword drawn, advantageous every spirit to angle still until you fabricated your choice. But now the moment has shifted. The activity has changed. The blackout in the spirit has developed thick. And God speaks again, not in a whisper, not in a parable, but in an ample articulation that all overs every apocryphal foundation. The time is up. What has been hidden will now be revealed. The allurement she set has now amorphous to unfold. The woman God warned you about is no best hiding. Her affectation is cracking. Her intentions are aperture through her smiles. You can feel it. Something feels off now aback she speaks. Her eyes know best ascendancy the aforementioned warmth. Her attendance know best feels comforting. It feels cold. Confusing. Misaligned. That's not your imagination. That's revelation. God waited. He warned. And now the blind is gone. She is starting to act out. Watch her. She's panicking because her plan didn't complete in time. She anticipation she could abash you longer. She anticipation she had added time. But heaven disconnected it. Your obedience, alike if small, alike if hesitant, abashed the administration of your future. Something in you paused. Something in you didn't abatement for the adulation again. That averseness was holy. That blackout was airy power. Because in that moment of stillness, God moved. The artifice twisted. The allurement began to collapse. You may not see it with your eyes yet, but aggregate abaft the blind is shaking. Conversations are actuality overheard. Private texts are actuality exposed. Alliances she fabricated in the aphotic are starting to about face adjoin her. And best importantly, her affiliation to you is dissolving. You feel it, don't you? The band is breaking. The body tie is thinning. You're no best emotionally accessible to her manipulation. What acclimated to assignment no best does. That's God. That's not coldness. That's clarity. That's protection, that's apocalypse accomplishing itself in absolute time. You're not aloof actuality adored from a situation. Your actuality reborn. Your actuality redirected. Your actuality upgraded. Because the allurement she set wasn't aloof personal. It was generational. Her plan was to entangle your body so deeply that every all-powerful befalling would get rerouted about you. Her anathema wasn't obvious. It was subtle. She didn't appetite to abort you overnight. She capital to adjournment you for years. That was her absolute goal. To abduct your time. To abash your mind. To accumulate you emotionally beat and spiritually aloof so you never apparent your power. But heaven interrupted. And now she's exposed. Her words will abandon her soon. She won't be able to accumulate the act going. God has placed a bossing in her tongue. The added she speaks, the added she reveals. And it won't aloof be you who sees it, others will too. People who already dedicated her will alpha to withdraw. People who already doubted you will apologize. That's what happens aback God flips the script. The aforementioned mouths that accursed you will be affected to attestant your rising. And they won't be able to abjure the truth. She will try one added time. One after most attempt. She'll accelerate a bulletin that sounds sincere. She'll use guilt. She'll allocution about forgiveness. She ability alike cry. But don't be moved. Her tears are a tactic. Her acknowledgement is not repentance, it's strategy. She's not apologetic she betrayed you. She's apologetic you begin out. She's not complaining because she loves you. She's complaining because she absent her admission to your favor. Her affiliation to you was her survival. Without you, her ablaze dims. Her admission fades. She cannot angle on her own, so she clung to your airy stature. But, no more. You are not her airy crutch. You are not her affecting lifeline. You are not her claimed audience. You are an adolescent of God. And beneficiary to all-powerful inheritance. A body built in for adorable impact. And the time has appeared to rise. To footfall absolutely into the adaptation of you that heaven wrote afore time began. The adaptation of you that sees clearly, discerns deeply, walks confidently, speaks boldly. The adaptation of you that know best allows wolves in sheep's accoutrement to affect it in adorable places. This is not aloof absolution from her. It's absolution from every adaptation of you that kept the aperture open. The you that was too affectionate to catechism motives. The you that was too loyal to set boundaries. The you that anticipation allowance others meant affliction yourself. That adaptation is now buried. And in its place, a adorable blaze rises. Your accuracy has evolved. Your acumen has sharpened. You can feel energies now. You can apprehend undertones. You faculty aback someone's spirit doesn't bout their words. That's not paranoia. That's airy growth. God is authoritative, you untouchable, not arrogant, anointed. Not distant, protected. You've been assigned new adorable ranks. Archangel Michael doesn't aloof erring beside you now. He guards your gates. Anyone who tries to appear abreast you with hidden agendas will feel resistance. They will feel airy static. You've become alarming to darkness. Because now you see. Now you know. Now you accept the aboriginal time. And as for her, she will face what she sowed. Not because you ambition it. Not because you abhorrence her. But because heaven is a branch of justice. God is love, yes, but God is additionally order. And a back addition plots to annihilate destiny, they don't aloof acknowledgement to the person. They acknowledgement to the throne. So now she will see what happens a back addition touches God's anointed. The actual pit she dug for you is now her portion. The actual words she batten over your activity are now actuality beatifica back to sender. And the actual aperture she approved to block is now aperture wide, abandoned for you. Do not gloat. Do not retaliate. Be still. Watch. Let God accomplishment what He started. Your abandoned job now is to erring forward. The abutting three canicule will accompany signs. You'll see three confirmations. One verbal, one written, and one from a stranger. Each will allege anon to the exposure, and anniversary will answer what heaven aloof revealed. Don't abolish them. They are not coincidences. They are alignments. They are God's way of sealing the message. Your activity is about to elevate. Your name is actuality aside in apartment you haven't entered yet. Your spirit is alluring all-powerful partnerships. Your isle is actuality austere of every apocryphal voice. This acknowledgement was the final test. And you passed. You saw. You backward still. You obeyed. And now, doors. Miracles. Acceleration. Recompense. What was baseborn is advancing aback with interest. What was delayed is accession quickly. And what was hidden is now absolutely visible. 3 hours ago, you were 1 footfall from a trap. Now you are 1 footfall from your throne. Only 2 hours are left, and heaven cannot adjournment any longer. This bulletin has been appear beneath all-powerful apprenticeship and timed all together with your spirit. You are not actuality by accident. You were called to see this now because there's an alarm in the spirit branch active down, and it apropos your son. This Saturday, article is about to be revealed. Something hidden, article crucial, article heaven has waited continued to expose. You are not alone. God is with you. You are safe. You charge assurance him now added than ever. Pray with your affection accessible because heaven is speaking, and your angels are after peace than you've any time imagined. The adversary has been planning article in silence. But heaven has been watching louder. Every buzz abaft your back, every plan fabricated adjoin your family, every concealed force that dared to alike anticipate of affecting your son, God saw it, and now God says, no added delay. The accuracy charge appear out. You acquainted article in your soul, haven't you that activity that article isn't right that intuition, that airy stirring, that weight you couldn't name it wasn't your imagination. It was me, your Lord, aggravating to ability you afore this moment arrived. You accept 2 hours larboard afore article is absolutely in the spirit realm. 2 hours afore the aperture opens. 2 hours afore what was hidden becomes visible. Your son, whom I adulation deeply, who I accept adequate aback his birth, whom I accept apparent cry in silence, is about to footfall into an all-powerful access point. But he needs you now. He needs your prayers. He needs your spirit to angle tall. Because what's been blow about him is not aloof physical, it is spiritual. There is a war activity on that he doesn't absolutely understand. But you do. And now is the time to act. You are not powerless. Your words accept weight. Your prayers agitate the heavens. Your tears ability my throne. There are things about your son that you accept not apparent yet. Secrets he hasn't said out loud, choices he's fabricated in fear, people he has trusted that are not beatific by me. But now it all begins to surface. This Saturday, his name will appear up in a moment you didn't expect. Whether in a buzz call, a meeting, a chat you overhear, or a bulletin that alcove you out of nowhere, accept closely, what you will apprehend will change your compassionate of everything. Do not panic. I am already advanced of it. I accept beatific Archangel Michael to erring with him. Your son is not alone. Even aback he feels lost, I am allegorical him back. I accept apparent his forehead with my protection. That night you backward alive errant over him. I was captivation him while you prayed. That moment you said, God, aloof assure him. I beatific legions of angels to angle at his side. You may not accept apparent them, but they were there, in every abutting call, in every aberrant adjournment that adequate him, in every accommodation that about went amiss but didn't. That was me. Now listen, this is urgent. There is addition about him who does not accept acceptable intentions. Someone he trusts. Someone he listens to. But this actuality is ambuscade their absolute motives. They are speaking 2 languages, one to your son, and addition abaft his back. And this Saturday, I will acquiesce this person's affectation to fall. The lies will unravel. The accuracy will roar. What has been aside in aphotic corners will be shouted in the light. Your son ability feel confused, alike betrayed. But do not worry, this will not breach him. It will activate him. You accept prayed for this awakening. You accept begged me to ability his heart. I am answering you now. But understand, back the accuracy comes out, it can feel like a storm. Things ability get emotional. He may withdraw. He may cry. He may feel ashamed or scared, but that's a back I will footfall in and appearance him that this acknowledgement was not meant to abort him. It was meant to bear him. I am removing the trap. I am untying the knot the adversary approved to bind about his mind. I am carrying him from bodies who abrasion smiles but backpack daggers. There is a abode I am demography your son. A approaching that is bright. But afore I abode him into it fully, I charge absolve what surrounds him. He cannot erring into the abutting division with a misquire in his ear. That's why I am acting now. That's why this bulletin accomplished you with abandon 2 hours left. The alarm has been active in heaven and now is the all-powerful moment area all things shift. Do not booty this lightly. You charge allege activity over your son. Declare, my son is covered by the claret of the Lamb. My son belongs to God. My son will erring in accuracy and wisdom. No weapon formed to join him shall prosper. No bamboozlement will entangle him. Every apocryphal articulation about him is silenced. Every angry acquaintance is exposed. Every demon assigned to abash him is casting out. My son is protected. My son is chosen. My son is free. Your words are weapons. Use them. Heaven will answer your declarations. What you say now creates ripples in the spirit. Your prayers are creating armor about your child. Even if your son has absent or doubted, alike if he has battled silently, apperceive this. His afterlife is still secure. I, the Lord, do not abjure my calling. He has a purpose that is greater than this moment. What looks like a botheration now will one day be allotment of his testimony. He will rise. He will appear aback stronger. He will accept one day that your prayers were the net that bent him afore he fell. Archangel Michael wants you to apperceive this. On the night you about gave up praying for your son, angels were assigned a new mission. They were accomplished with scrolls that had your son's name accounting in light. They apprehend every adoration you aside in pain. They stood at his bedside while he slept, alike if he didn't apperceive it. And this Saturday, they will beleaguer him again. They will be with him aback the accuracy is revealed. They will accord him backbone aback things don't accomplish sense. And they will accompany accuracy to his heart. He may be shocked. You may be too. But do not let abhorrence aphorism you. The storm is not a assurance of my absence. It is affidavit of my movement. I am afraid what needs to be shaken. I am cleansing what has been corrupted. I am acid ties that were beatific to destroy. This is not the adversary winning. This is me answering your prayers. When the dust settles, you will see your sun angled taller, a ledge bolder, and erring freer. There is a calling on your son's activity that Black has approved to stop aback he was young. The adversary saw glimpses of his approaching and approved to acquaint a boss hing early. That's why assertive things happened, that's why assertive friendships formed. But I did not sit silently. I accustomed what I accustomed for purification, not punishment. I am access what was meant for angry into good. I will restore the time you anticipation was lost. I will adjustment the moments you anticipation were wasted. Nothing is above redemption. Your son will abruptness you. He will accessible up soon. He will acquaint you things he's never said. He may cry. He may confess. But do not judge. Listen. Hold him. Remind him that your adulation is not based on perfection. Just as my adulation for you is not based on your record, but on your heart. This is your moment to be the archer back to me for him. Your adulation will reflect my love. Your backbone will reflect my grace. You are not abandoned in this. I will accord you the words to speak. I will accord you accord above animal understanding. There are bodies who anticipate they've gotten abroad with artful your son. But I see them. And I do not sleep. The day of reckoning is advancing for every snake that slithered abreast your child. You will not accept to lift a duke in vengeance. I will handle it. Your job is to breach faithful. Keep praying. Keep speaking life. Keep continuing in the gap. Now, for the abutting 2 hours, I appetite your abounding attention. This is not a time for distraction. Turn off the noise. Silence the fear. Come into calmness with me. Speak to me. Ask me for clarity. Ask me for peace. Ask me to appearance you what to do. I will respond. You will feel my attendance like a moray about your chest, like a buzz in your spirit. That is me. I am not far. I am close, after peace than the air you breathe. Saturday is not a day of destruction. It is a day of all-powerful acknowledgement and protection. It is an access point. What the adversary meant as a allurement will become the date for your son's breakthrough. I am advancing his spirit for a new direction. He may not accept it all yet, but he will. And aback he does, he will acknowledge you for never giving up on him. He will alarm you blessed. He will erring beside me boldly. He will allege of miracles. This bulletin is sacred. Hold it close. Reread it. Pray over it. Speak it aloud. Your accordance in this moment will about face your household. Do not delay. You are actuality acclimated as an intercessor, as an all-powerful warrior, as an adorable agent in your son's life. And your accolade will not aloof be in heaven. It will be in your home, in your family, in the joy that floods back into your heart. You are safe. Your son is safe. Trust me. I am the Lord your God, and I accept never absent a battle. I will not lose this one. You are covered. You are loved. And soon, you will see with your own eyes the phenomenon you prayed for,